Hello there. In this video, I want to look how to create the perfect logos. Doesn't matter if used for personal use, for the company, or just for fun. So this one is a tips and tricks for the prompt and how to post-process to create the perfect logo. So let's look right here what we have. This was done with Midjourney, and also I will look a little bit later how we'll done with different Stable Diffusion. Look what we have right here. It is image, and notice what is important. It's put it like logo vector up front, and after this we'll have it our subject. And right here, hugging bear, it's one. I don't put too much description because I don't want overcomplicated, but I want focus on this one. Logo and vector I find work very well. So next also you can add a little bit more complexity, for example isolated background. And if you notice what it does, it did clean up a little bit background, does not put it on anything. So in this case, we specified what we wanted and isolated background. And of course, if you want a little bit more complex to add this, you can add cell shading, which is reduce in some cases gradient. Not always, like for example, you can see right here gradient. Usually cell shading refer to the non-shaded colors going, and it's going from the old type of cartoon. So let's look right now. Here is our Leonardo AI, and you notice right there we have a different type of the logos, and depending on what you want to achieve, Leonardo in some cases may work better because look on this, it's create funny logos, and reason is because we can select different models here. How to do this? We'll just copy and paste same what we had before, logo vector hugging. And you can notice if we can click on our model, we can go to the select custom model. Then we go to community models, and we search gallery, search for the logo. So if we search for the logos, you can notice right here the people create a great models. You can use different. I used it before, this retro logo, and as well realistic model. So we can also, just example, we can use the neon. Notice this is what happened when people select it. Let's go ahead and select with this model, and we'll just click generate, so it will generate. While generating, let's look what we have it. Notice right here we have it all these different logos. We also can try to isolate background from them. So if we'll click on this example image, you can notice right here we without background and with background. Okay, let's see if we done render here. And this does create a little bit interest. So overall, you can see how big variety of different logos you can create it with Leonardo AI. But it does depend what tools you prefer to use. Now we have our image. And this is one problem what I find out. Beside this is 512 resolution, small resolution. It's also rasterized image. Rasterizes, it's meaning it's creating with each pixels. And it's work okay till you start resizing. Of course, we can use a different application resizing, but you always look. The best way for the logos, it's convert them to the vector based. And as working designer for many years and other things, this is a way you want to work with a logo because you can scale without losing any quality and apply to all different artwork. How we can scale this is using different applications. One of them, for example, it's a vectorizer. This is pay application, and here's an example. So you can look right there, we have it our image. Let's come closer, and you can see this is a raster based. See how we have it pixelizations. Now look on our right side, and you can see there are no pixelizations, the line, because it's vector, because it does not assign each individual pixel. Instead, it's have a direction, curve, and other information. And here we have it. Not always will work good right here because we have it watercoloring. It's try to matching, but some right in the shades you can see we're losing. And because we have it 32 color options, we could increase if needed, but in this case, I think this is work very well. And here's another example with our beer. Again, if we go closer, you can see we have a problem right here on vectorizations, but this one is work very clean and nice. So in this case, we can have it as SVG file and upscale resize as we need it. The using vectorizer online come with, of course, the pricing, so you need to pay. If you look for different solutions that you don't need to pay this way, you can go with Adobe Express online. Again, it does not require a lot of stuff to use it, but you can see what we have right here. It is we can create all these different projects, and we can also have option to convert to SVG. So in this case, we can take our file we wanted. I'll notice it will vectorize, refine energy, so it does not have that much options, just simple drag and drop, and there you have it, your SVG converted, so you can download it. But beside that, you also can remove images, remove backgrounds if you're using this. So let's try. We have an image right here. We can go put it inside and let it remove was background, and it did actually a very good job. Overall, I found actually Adobe Express was one of the probably the best as a tool set in this case to create rasterized graphics. And you want to create rasterized graphics for many other options as well if needed. Right here we're done. We can also go and customize if we need it to change our image. But just keep it in mind, if free, some of the success won't be available. You will have access as a premium member if you have a subscription to Adobe. So okay, we don't need to actually to do this. Let's go back to our remove background, and the same things we can rasterize here your video. You can rasterize the image and create all this other project and prepare. So overall, I think this is a great tool if you want to do, and if you even paying for this tool, it's a much cheaper, because let's look right here. There, for example, vectorizer charge you $10, $9 per month just to use it with this vectorization. With Adobe, you're paying for the photography plan $9.95, same about price, but you're getting Photoshop, Lightroom installed on your machine. You have access to these applications, many more. So overall, I think value is a little bit better if you want to pay for this, but you also have some free options with Adobe as well. Okay, and here example, we open our file that we created as vector SVG, and if we come closer, you can notice that is a big benefit, because we have our huge file, whatever size we almost can do without worried about any pixelizations that we have it. Okay, let me zoom out. Overall, I hope this is help you, give us some tips how to create logos with the starting simple prompts. Be sure you have it like logo, vector, cell shading. Those will work very good. And after, you can specify what subject you want it. I would highly recommend avoid any text inside. You can add a text afterwards if you need it. And after processing, if you need it, remove background. Again, I'm recommending to use it Adobe Express for this, to use it, because you can right here, you can go resize, you can remove the background if you need it, and you also can convert to SVG as your vector basic, and after you can edit and add the text as well. So it's a very easy, very fast way to create a very good looking logos. Thank you for watching these videos. Please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Let me know what you think, or you have even better tools. I will gladly see what you guys have to test them. Thanks, and have a great day.